Getting? You can search element inside graph. So searching is one of the important operation that you can perform on any data structure. Okay, and searching is what it's just finding the given element within the list of element. So suppose you have array of 10 element, and you want to search that any particular element in that array. So you need to just uh, check whether that element is present in that array or not. Getting? If that element is present or it is exist in that array, then search is successful. Otherwise, search is unsuccessful. So this searching operation, there are two types of searching in actual: linear searching and binary searching. So first we'll see linear searching and then we'll go for binary searching. So linear searching is a basic and simple method of searching. Getting? And this is time consuming method. Linear searching is time consuming method. Binary searching is more efficient method, or it is faster than the linear searching method. But there is a drawback with binary searching. You should give the list of element in sorted order to the binary search. That is only the drawback. Otherwise it is faster than linear searching. Okay. uh, it gives searching result in less number of comparison, whereas linear searching, the worst complexity is big of n. Whatever number of elements are there, so those number of comparisons are required for linear searching. Getting? So we'll discuss all these points in this session. Okay. So searching is simply finding the desired element in given list of element. And there are two types of searching: linear search and binary search. And linear searching is simple and basic method of searching. Getting? So it is a simple and simple method of searching. And see what we are doing in linear search. Okay, suppose we have array like this. Suppose this array consists of 5 elements. So you know that array index start with 0.
So, hello, sir.
Yes.
So you have not shared the screen.
Sorry. Extremely sorry for that. Are you able to see my paint application?
Yes, sir.
Now consider there is an array of 10 element. Consider there is an array of 10 element. We have discussed this actually linear searching in most of the time. Before studying binary search tree, we have also discussed this in brief. So consider these are the elements. Suppose I can take random elements, because there is no any prerequisite for linear searching. Your elements can be random elements, or they may be ascending descending order, or they may be random elements. There is no any prerequisite for linear searching that your element should be uh, inserted in this particular order only. But for binary searching, your element should not be random. They should be either ascending, or they should be either or descending order. They should be sorted one. Getting? So that is the drawback of binary searching. Okay. So suppose I'm taking these elements, random elements I'm taking 4, then suppose 10 is there. Here I'm taking 8, then here I'm taking 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I will take 6. So consider these are the 10 elements present in your uh, given array. Okay. Now what is linear searching? So in this linear searching, we access each element of an array one by one sequentially. Okay. And we'll see whether that searching element is present in given array or not. So that is nothing but linear searching. In linear searching, we access each element of array one by one, and again linearly or sequentially. Okay, and we'll check whether desired element is present in this array or not. Okay, so your search operation will be successful if your desired element is found in this array. Getting? And your search operation will be unsuccessful if all the elements are accessed but desired element is not present in your array. So only two possibilities are there, whether element is found or element is not found. And this linear searching is also called as sequential searching because we are accessing each elements sequentially, getting sequentially. We are accessing each element of this array sequentially, that is one after another, linearly. That's why it is also called a sequential search. So linear searching is also called a sequential search. Sequential search. Okay, and see the now see, suppose I want to find out whether one is present in this array or not. Then how I will apply linear searching? Suppose my desired element, consider, suppose element I want to search is 1. Then can you tell me how many comparisons are required for searching one element in this array? We'll start with first element of array. Getting, so that is, suppose array name is a of 0. We'll compare this element with a of 0. Getting, a of 0. So how many comparisons are required to search this one element in this array? Yes, how many comparisons are required for searching one in this given array? Yes, only one comparison is required. Getting, so see, element is 1 is equal to a of 0 is also 1. So only one comparison is required. So this is the base complexity. Big of 1 is the base complexity of this particular linear search algorithm. Getting, and suppose now I want to search whether element 8 is present in this array or not. So see what we are doing, we are comparing 8 with a of 0. That is first comparison. Then 8 with a of 1, that is 8 with 2, second comparison. Then 8 with 5, then 8 with 7, then 8 with 3, then 8 with 4, then 8 with 10, then 8 with 9, getting, then 8 with 6, and then 8 with 8. So how many comparisons are required here? Yes, for searching 8 in given array. How many comparisons? Yes, how many comparisons are required for searching 8 in given array? Yes, what is the worst case complexity? Big of n. Getting, so what is worst case means your element is present at last location of the array. So whatever number of elements are there, getting, so big of n is the worst case complexity. N stands for number of elements. So if 10 number of elements are there, and if your element is present at last location of the array, that means 10 comparisons are required. So big of n is the worst case complexity of your linear search. Okay, so this linear search is time consuming, but it is simple one because just we are using the if condition, getting, and we are accessing the each element of array one by one. So first we'll see the program of this linear search, and then we'll go for your binary search. Okay, so all should pay attention. You already seen this program in first year in I think 1D array, getting, lab 1D array experiment. There were 16 programs, getting, in your C programming first year. So in those 16 programs, there was one program for linear searching. So suppose I'm declaring array of maximum size, consider 100, and then I'm asking user that how many elements you want array %d and n. So declare this n. That means I'm accepting the just limit of array. Getting? I'm accepting the just limit of array. And then just I'm simply printing the message, that is enter those number of elements. So comma n. Then I'm reading those elements with help of for loop and scanf. So I equal to 0, identity starts with 0, I less than n, and then I plus plus. So %d and a of I. So declare I variable. Next. Now see, I'm going to access all the elements of this array one by one. So I require for loop. Getting? So, and now see, I'm comparing my element with array. But before that, you need to just accept element from the user. Getting? Which element user want to search. So enter element for searching. Enter element for searching. Element for searching and element. So declare this variable also at the beginning. Enter element. %d element. And now you need to compare this element with all the elements of array one by one. So see, I am writing a of I. So first it will compare element with a of 0, then a of 1, like that. Getting? And whenever this condition is true, just I'm printing message, that is element is found. Element is found, and just I'm printing the position. So %d index is, suppose index is 4. Getting? That means fifth element. So fifth is position. Okay, and 4 is index. So in this diagram, see, at fifth position 3 is present. So 1 2 3 4 5. So 3 element is present at fifth position and fourth index. Okay, so I'm printing what? See, I plus 1 here. So I will be index and position will be index plus 1. Okay. And on printing that element is found, just I'm simply breaking the condition, or I will be outside this for loop. Okay, I will be outside this for loop. But see, I can't add directly else here. If I add else for element is not found, then if your element is not present at first, second, third, and fourth position, then 4 times you'll get element is not found, element is not found, element is not found. So that's why, to avoid that condition, see what I'm using. I'm using one variable, simple variable called flag variable, or you can use any variable. Getting? Instead of flag. So this, just what is the use of this flag variable? See, initially I am declaring this flag to 0. If 0, see, this flag is equal to 0, it stands for unsuccessful search, that is element is not found. And whenever this flag will be 1, that means search is successful. So see, as this, whenever this condition will be true, element equal to a of I, that means search is successful. So simply I'm changing the value of flag. That means from 0 to 1 I'm changing. Getting? Okay, and suppose your element is not found, then this flag value will not be changed, it will be as it is, that is 0. So that's why when I will reach to outside this one for loop, then I will again check whether what is the value of flag. So if it does not change, that means element is not found. Getting? Element is not found. So if your element is not present in array or given list of element, that means your search is unsuccessful. So in that case, flag will not be 1, it will be 0 as it is. So in that case, this condition will be true. So this message will be printed. Element is not found in array. And if element is found, then we are definitely we are changing the flag from 0 to 1. So this condition will not be true in that case. Okay, so this is simple program for linear searching. Okay, so just check the output of this. Compile this and run this. Okay, we have declared array size as is 100. That is maximum size we have declared, and then we are asking user. That means how many actual elements you want in array. So based on that limit, those number of elements we can read from user. So suppose I will accept 10. That means how many elements you want in array. So I want 10 elements. So you can view those values. See, I will give the same values because here that you can give elements in any order 1 to 5 7 getting. So 1 2 5 7, then 3 4 10, 3 4 10 9 6, and then 8. You can give element in any order. It may be descending, ascending, or random. No any prerequisite for linear searching. And now search. So just first search whether 11 is present here or not. So see, element is not found in array. Element is not found in array. Now just check for successful search. So I'm giving the same element. So 10, 1 2 5 7 3 4 10 9 6 8. Okay, and suppose 4 is there or not. See, element is found at 6 position. So see, 4 is present at 5 index or 5th index, and it is 6th position. Getting? So 4 element is present at 5th index and it is present at 6th position. So this is what linear searching. So the best case complexity is big of 1 and the worst case complexity big of n. That is, n stands for number of elements present in your array. Okay, so that is what linear searching. Any doubt in linear searching? Yes, is there any doubt in linear searching? Okay, now next technique is binary searching. So it is most or efficient technique, efficient searching algorithm. So binary searching is efficient algorithm than your efficient means it is faster than linear searching. Getting? So it search one element, searches desired element in minimum possible comparisons. As compared to linear search, it takes less number of comparisons. So as compared to linear searching, it takes less number of comparisons. Okay, for searching given element. Okay, and what is the drawback of binary searching? The list of element should be sorted. List of elements should be sorted one. So that is the drawback of binary search. So that is the one of the prerequisite. Prerequisite. There was no any prerequisite for linear searching. Okay. So this is only, you can see the drawback, or it is a prerequisite for binary searching. So binary search won't work for random element. So your element should be sorted one. They may be either ascending or descending order. Getting? So now we'll see the algorithm. So before that, just I will take the array one array of 10 size 1 2 3 4 5 6 This is array and array name is A. So see what I'm doing, I'm considering there are 10 elements. So these are the indices. Six, 7, 8, and 9. So these are the indices. Index starts with 0, index ends at 9. Okay. And as the element should be sorted one, so I'm taking ascending order element. I'm taking these elements to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last I'm taking 10. The element should be sorted. They may be either ascending or descending order. Okay. Now see the binary search algorithm. Okay. So see, very important thing. Binary search reduces the comparison as compared to linear search. Okay, it searches your element, desired element, in minimum possible comparisons. Okay, so actually the best case complexity of binary search is big of log n. Log n. Okay, and again n stands for your number of elements. Okay. So big of log n is better than big of n. Big of n is that means it is worst case complexity. Here this is the best case complexity, and the worst case complexity of binary search is big of log n plus 1. Big of log n plus 1. Okay. So these are the complexity. You are going to study this complexity term in detail at the time of third year in computer algorithm subject. Okay, no problem. Just remember those complexities. Okay, how they are calculated. We are not going in detail. Getting, we have just touched the complexity part. Okay, now see what is binary search algorithm. Binary search algorithm. So see what you need to do. First step of this binary search algorithm is you need to find out the middle element of the array. Getting, you need to find out the middle element of the array. So how to find out the middle element of array? So this formula you should use. See, mid equal to b, that is beginning plus end. Okay, slash 2. So by using this, you'll get mid of this particular algorithm. Once you got mid, then you can find out the middle element of the array. Okay. Now what is beginning here? So beginning will be this one. So initially, see, beginning will be 0. So I'm considering initially beginning is 0 and end will be 9. That is number of elements minus 1. So this will be changed based on the steps you are going to perform next. Okay, but initially beginning will be 0 and end will be 9. So just calculate the mid of this particular array. So what is mid? 0 plus 9. Okay, 9 plus 0 plus 9 divided by 2. What you are getting? 9 divided by 2. What is the result of this? Both are integer numbers. So again result will be integer. So 4 you will get. Getting, result will be 4. So you got mid. And now how to find out middle element? A of mid. You got mid as 4. You got mid as 4. And what is A of mid? That's what is A of mid. That's what is A of mid. A of 4.
5.
5. Getting. So 5 is middle element of your array. 5 is middle element of array. So this middle element is very important in binary search. Getting. So first step is you need to find out the middle element of the array. So how we are finding middle element of the array? First you need to find out the mid. Getting. So what is the formula for mid? Beginning plus end divided by 0. So initially beginning we are considering the index of first element, that is 0, and end is index of last element, that is 9. So 0 plus 9 divided by 2, that is 9 divided by 2, that is 4. So we got mid, and now middle element, how to find a middle element? A of mid, that is A of 4, that is 5. So 5 is middle element. Okay, so this is the first step. This is the first step. Now what is the second step? Second step is, now compare the desired element. Compare the desired element with the middle element of the array. Okay, so see, consider if I want to search, if I want to search, suppose I want to search whether 8 is present in this array or not. 8 is present in this array or not. So what is the second step? Step second. First was finding the middle element. Compare the element with middle element of array. What was step one? Find middle element of array. Find middle element of array. Second, compare the desired element with the middle element of the array. What is desired element? 8. Compare that with middle element. What is middle element? 5. This condition is true or false? Condition true or false?
False.
Condition is false. That means your element is not present at middle element. If this condition is true, if anyhow, if middle element is 8, then how many comparisons are required? Only one comparison is required for binary search. Getting? If your element is present at that mid position, then directly you can say that your search is successful. That means only one comparison is required. Getting? So this is the first case. Now what is the next step? As this condition is true, so what is the next step? Step 3. Just check if the your middle element is not equal to the desired element. Getting? Then you need to go ahead and you need to check whether desired element is less than the middle element of array. Condition true or false? Yes, the desired element is less than middle element of array. What is desired element? 8. Whether it is less than middle element of array. Condition true or false? Condition true or false? Condition is false. If this condition is true, getting, see what is the conclusion? If this condition is true, check or compare desired element with the middle element, and if the desired element is not equal to middle element, getting, then go ahead and just check whether desired element is less than the middle element. If this condition is true, that means your element is present in the first half of the array. Getting? If this condition is true, that means what is the meaning of this? If this condition is true, then what is the meaning? Then your desired element is present in first half of the array. If this condition is true, then you can say that. Getting my point? So you can just consider if the desired element is 3. If desired element is 3, and just run this algorithm once again. Find the middle element of the array. So you got mid as 4, then A of mid as 5. Now compare the element, that is 3 with 5, not equal, then go to step 3. Check whether desired element, that is 3, is less than the middle element of array. So condition is true or false? 3 less than 5. Condition is true. So what is the conclusion of this condition? Ki your desired element, that is 3, that is present in only this part of the array. In only this part of the array. That means now no need to scan the second half of the array. So see, automatically you have reduced the number of comparisons. No need to compare that 3 with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have reduced directly 5 comparisons. Directly you have reduced the 5 comparisons because of this condition. Getting my point? So now you need to search only desired element in first half of the array. Getting, if this condition is true, if the desired element is less than the middle element of the array. Okay. If this condition is false, if this condition is false, then what you need to do? So see, instead of step 3, I'm just mentioning these are the actually step 2 part. Okay. So this will be first, this will be second, and third step, compare. Or sorry, check. Our desired element is once again I'm taking 8. Okay. Check whether desired element is greater than middle element of array. If this condition is true, then what is the conclusion? If this condition is true, yes, tell me the conclusion. Then your desired element, where it is present, in second half of the array. If this condition is true, that means if desired element is greater than the middle element of the array, that means your element, desired element is present in second half of the array. That means see, you need to search your desired element here only. So automatically you are reducing see these comparisons. No need to check 8 with 1, 8 with 2, 8 with 3, 8 with 4. Getting directly you need to compare here, or you need to scan the second half of the array, or you need to perform the comparisons on second half of the array. So you are reducing the 4 comparisons here directly. So this is what algorithm. Okay, and you need to repeat these 3 steps until your element is found. Okay, or your array is over. That means element is not found. Getting, so you need to repeat these steps. Getting these 2 steps until either your element is found or your array accessing is over. That means your element does not found there. Okay, so you need to do this. Okay, so we'll see directly program. Okay, with the help of program we'll see this. Then we'll come back to this example. So let us start with the program. So all should pay attention. Then I'm taking one array. Just take one array of maximum size. Then ask user, that means how many elements you want in array. Elements you want in array. Okay, and after that, so initially we are reading the limit. Okay, percent the elements and then we are reading those number of elements from user equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So read those number of elements from user. Percent d of I, and then so that you need to read the element that you want to search, enter element for searching. element for searching, read that element from user. Declare this variable. Okay, and also we'll require beginning and end. So I will declare them beginning and end. Okay. So now what you need to do? So just initially we are using beginning as 0 and end as number of elements -1, that is n-1. Getting here I'm considering, and see I'm repeating, I'm adding while condition here. See, okay. So see, until this condition is true, I'm doing that comparison. See, while beginning less than equal to, whenever this condition falls, then I will stop the searching. That means element is not found. So till this condition is true, beginning less than equal to end, I will perform searching, or I will perform those comparisons. That means compare desired element with three things are there. Getting, see, first thing is step 1, find middle element of the array, that I will do. And then there are three actually comparisons. First comparison is with desired element with middle element of the array. Second thing is desired element, just check whether it is less than the middle element. And third thing is just check whether desired element is greater than middle element of the array. So these three steps will be repeated until either your element is found in array or your array is over. Getting, only two possibilities are there: search is successful or search is unsuccessful. Okay, and that means this condition will be false when your all the elements of your array will be finished. Getting, so we'll see this. So initially see beginning is 0 and end is equal to 9. Okay, and see beginning less than equal to true, so condition will be see like this: 0 less than equal to 9, so condition is true. Okay. Now you need to execute these two steps: find middle element of the array and then these three steps. So find out the mid of the array. So what is the formula for that? Beginning plus end divided by 2. Getting? So tell me what is mid. Beginning is 0 and end is 9. End is 9. So what is mid? We already calculated that. That is 4. Getting? So see, you got mid. I will consider mid here. So see, you got mid, that is 4. Okay, and your desired element is 8. So after finding mid, what you need to do? You need to now check those three conditions. So just check desired element with middle element of the array. So middle element, how to get that? A of mid. See here we already seen A of mid. So compare desired element with A of mid. If this condition is true, again I'm using the same logic. The element is found. Element is found. Okay. Element is found at %d position. That means mid plus 1. Okay. See, sorry, mid, not mid plus 1. Yes, mid is 4 and position is mid plus 1. Yes, fifth position. So mid is that is actually index. Okay, and mid plus 1 will be position. So whenever this condition will be true, that means element will be found at that particular position. And I'm using the same logic, that is flag I'm setting true and then I'm breaking from the loop, or I will be outside loop. Okay, and flag equal to 0 for unsuccessful search, flag equal to 1 for successful search. Now what is the second condition? If this condition is not true, then what you need to check? Whether element is less than A of mid or not. Whether element is less than A of mid or not. Now whenever this condition is true, that means what is the conclusion? If desired element is less than middle element of the array. Yes, what is the meaning of that? then no need to scan the first element of the array. Sorry, no need to scan the second half of the array. Getting, you need to just search desired element in first half of the array if this condition is true. If desired element is less than the middle element of the array, then that means your desired element is present in only first part of the array. Getting, your element will not be present in second half of the array. Okay, so now in this case, what you need to do, if this condition is true, then you need to change the beginning and end. You need to change the beginning and end. Okay, so just to make this condition true, just I will take change the desired element. So suppose desired element is 3. Getting, so see, we have compared 3 is equal to first middle element. Middle element is what? 5. So this condition is false. We already take this condition. This was if condition, and now else if is what? 3. Desired element is 3 less than 5. So this condition is true. Whenever this condition is true, 3 less than 5, then what is the conclusion? You need to neglect the second half of the array. You need to search desired element in first half of the array. Getting, so if you want to search the desired element in first half of the array, now you need to change the current end of the array. Getting my point? Are you getting? See what I'm saying? If this condition is true, 3 less than 5, if your desired element is less than the middle element of the array, we are simply neglecting the second half of the array. So what is current beginning and end? Beginning is 0 and end is 9. So initially we were searching our element in whole array. Getting, so we have started with beginning 0 and end 9. But right now we found that your element, desired element, is less than the middle element of the array. So 3 less than 5, middle element of the array is 5. So our desired element is less than the 5. That means now we can neglect the elements which are present after middle element of the array. So directly we have reduced. See how many comparison? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 comparison we have directly reduced. Getting, now only we need to focus on the first half of the array. That is the elements which are present in the first half of the array. Just you need to compare your element with those elements. Okay, so for this, what you need to do, you need to change the end of the array. So right now beginning is 0. Don't change that, just change the end of the array. Getting, so what will be end? Just tell me what will be end right now. What is mid right now? Yes, tell me. What will be end now? What is mid now? Mid, current mid. Current mid is what? 4. Getting, so now what you need to do, you need to change the end. So see, end will be, right now end is 9. So end will be mid minus 1, because we are only focusing on first half of the array. Getting, see, mid will be end will be mid minus 1. So what is mid right now? 4. So 4 minus 1, that is 3. So end will be 3 now. So see, for this beginning will be 0, beginning that is as it is, and end will be now 3. So only you need to focus. See, only you need to focus on this part. Only this part you need to focus. First half of the array. So that's why we have changed the end of the array. Getting, so see, beginning and end will be changed. Beginning will be 0, that is as it is. End will be now 3. Getting, so now you need to do the same step again. Getting, so what step you need to do? What step you need to do? Again, find out the middle element of the array. Getting, so for that, first find out the middle. What is mid? Yes. how to find out middle? That means, see, repeat this loop one more time. So this condition is true. If this condition is true, we are changing end. So end we are changing only. Okay, so see, this else if is done, and again this condition will be checked. So beginning less than end, less than equal to end. Beginning less than equal to end. So what is beginning right now? 0 less than equal to. End is what? 3. Condition is true. Again change the middle. So see, 0 plus 3 divided by 2. Getting 0 plus 3 divided by 2. So 3 divided by 2. So what answer you will get? 1. So mid will be 1 now. See, mid will be changed. Mid will be 1 now. Okay. And what is middle element? A of 1. Yes, what is A of 1? Yes. Yes, what is A of 1? That is A of mid. You got mid as 1. Getting, so A of mid will be equal to A of 1. So that will be what? 2. A of mid will be 2. So middle element will be what? 2. Now this is changed. So middle element will be this one. Middle element will be this one now. Okay. Now do the second step, that is compare the element with middle element of the array. So what is element? What is element? 3. So compare that with middle element. What is middle element right now? 2. Middle element is 2. Okay, so condition is true or false. So again condition is false. We are repeating the steps. So we are comparing 3 with 2. See, we are comparing 3 with 2. So condition is false. Now next condition, to just compare or check whether desired element, what is desired element? 3, whether that is less than the middle element. Condition is true or false? False. Again this condition is false. So if this condition is false, getting, then check the next condition. So what is the next condition? Whether middle element is greater than 2. Yes, this condition is true. That means what is the conclusion of this? The conclusion of this, your element is present in the second half of the array. Now see, we have already neglected this. We already neglected the second half of the array. That means this one. This we have already neglected this part. Okay. Now second half of the array means only this part. Now you need to focus on only this part. So see, now we are reducing the searching space one more time. See, we have reduced this comparison also. We are not comparing 3 with 1 right now. Getting? Okay. So see, now only we need to focus on 3 and 4. 3 and 4, because we have done this comparison, that is 3 less than 2. So condition is false. That means your this condition is false. So we have check the next condition, that is desired element is greater than 2. Condition is true. That means your desired element is second half of the array. That means only this part. See, so only you need to focus on this part now. So to get the focus on this part, you need to change beginning or end. Just tell me what you need to change. Right now beginning is 0 and end is 3. Just to focus on this second part, that is 3 and 4. What do you need to change, beginning or end? Just tell me. Okay, what is current mid? What is current mid? 1. Getting? So now tell me which you need to change, beginning or end you need to change to get focus on 3 and 4. because 3 is greater than 2. That means you need to just focus on the second part of the array. Now see, right now your array is only this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we are only already neglected 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting? Because we got that key, our element is present in first half of the array. Now, then we have repeated those steps, and then we got that key, our element is greater than mid of the element. That is, mid of the element is 2. So our element is greater than 2. So now again, we are neglecting this first half. That is 1 we are neglecting. Okay. Now we are only focusing the second half of this reduced array. That is 3, 4. So now just tell me what you need to change. Beginning or end you need to change. End is 3, beginning is 0.
Beginning.
Beginning you need to change. Getting? How to change that beginning? Right now beginning is 0 and mid is 1.
Mid plus 1.
Yes. So mid plus 1. Getting? And see, for the second condition what we have done, we have changed the end. How? Mid minus 1. So add that condition. So see, I am directly writing else here, changing beginning equal to mid plus 1. Okay. So see, again you need to change those things. So beginning will be changed now. So end will be 3 as it is. Beginning will be mid plus 1. So right now mid is 1. So 1 plus 1. Beginning will be 2. I think beginning will be 2. Right now mid is 1 as it is. Okay. And now again you need to calculate the okay. So see, we have executed the while loop, and now see, this part is executed. Now you need to check condition one more time. So beginning less than equal to end. So what is beginning right now? 2 less than equal to 3. Less than equal to 3. Condition true or false? Condition is true. Again, one more time, you can enter into loop. And now there is a first statement in loop, that is middle. You need to find the mid of the array. Getting? Mid of the array. Middle element is different and mid is different. Getting? Mid is that index and middle element is a of mid. Considering my point, mid is index and a of mid means middle element. So first find out mid. How to find? 2 plus 3, that is beginning plus end, divided by 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So what you are getting? 5 divided by 2. So what is the result? 2. Getting? So you got mid, that is 2. And what is middle element? A of 2. Middle element? Yes, what is middle element? Middle element is A of 2, that is 3. That is 3. Okay. So see, right now we are only focusing on this part. Only 3 and 4. Getting? Every time we are reducing the searching space. And now just execute step 2. Compare the element with middle element of the array. So what is our element? What is our element? 3. Compare that with middle element of the array. What is middle element? What is middle element? 3. So see, 3 is equal to 3. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false? True. That means search is successful. See, search is successful and element is position mid plus 1. So what is mid? 1. Okay. So mid is 1 and mid plus 1. So here your element is present. That is third position. Your element is present at third position. Okay. And again, I'm adding the same thing for unsuccessful search. If flag never changed, that means it is, if it is as it is, that means element is not found in your array. Have you got this, or shall I explain one more time? Element is not found. Okay, so this is what binary search. here mid. Okay, suppose 10, I'm giving 10 elements. Array should be sorted one because I'm giving 12. So tail is 12 is not there getting. So element not found. Now for successful search. Because I'm giving 8. So element is found at 8th position. Getting, so 8 is found at 8th position. One more time, suppose give 4. It is found at 4th position. Getting, so element is found at 4th position. So see this 4. So 3 is index and position is 4. 3 plus 1, getting index plus 1, that is position. So 4 element is present at 4th position and 3rd index. Okay, so this is what binary search. So if you have any doubt in this searching operation, then you can ask. Yes. So can you tell me which one is efficient? That means which one is faster or which reduces the comparisons? Which reduces the comparison?
Binary search.
Binary search, because in every step we are reducing the search space. Getting, in first step C, we have directly neglected or we have reduced the 5 comparison. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These elements we have directly neglected. So 5 comparison you have directly reduced. Then in second half, we have reduced the first half of the array. Getting, that means see, in second step, we were having only 1, 2, 3, 4 in our array. 1, 2, 3, 4 in our new array. Getting, that means we are only focusing on 1, 2, 3, 4 element. So we after finding the middle element, we have directly after comparison, we directly found that our element is greater than the middle element. So directly we have neglected the comparison with one element. So those previous 5 and this 6 comparison. Okay, and then we got that element is equal to middle element of the array. Getting, so we have reduced the 6 comparisons. So as compared to linear searching, getting, you will get the less number of comparisons. Okay. Now for searching 4 in your array, by using linear searching, you are also able to make 4 comparisons. Getting my point? Okay. See, if you are doing linear searching and for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if you want to search 4, then how many comparisons are required for by using linear searching? Again 4. Getting, so 4 will be compared with 1, then 4 will be compared with 2, 4 will be compared with 3, and 4 will be compared with 4. So 4 comparisons. Here also 4 comparisons are required. But just consider about the worst case complexity. If your desired element is present at last location, then linear search requires 10 comparison, n comparisons. But binary search definitely less number of comparisons. Getting, okay. So you can find key if you want to search 10, then how many comparisons you'll require? Can you tell me how many comparisons are required for binary by using binary search? If you want to search 10 element, first step, see, beginning will be 0, end will be 9. Okay, find out the middle. Middle will be 5. Sorry, middle will be 4. Getting, 0 plus 9, that is 9 divided by 2. So middle will be 4. So now neglect 1, 2, 3, 4, these elements. So directly reduce 4 comparisons. Okay. In case of linear search, if you want to search 10 in this given array, so 10 comparisons are required. Okay. So here directly we have reduced the 4 comparisons. Now in second step, now just compare 10 with middle element of the array. Middle element is 5. No match. Now check whether middle element is less than desired element is less than middle element. No, middle element is greater than, sorry, desired element is greater than middle element. Yes, that means your element, desired element is present in second half of the array. Now change the beginning. So right now beginning is 0, that will be now mid plus 1. So mid is 4 right now. So directly beginning will be 5. So beginning will be 5 and end will be 9. So only focus on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe two more comparisons will be required, or 2 or 3. 7 comparisons will be required. Getting 7 comparisons will be required if you want to search 10. So at most log worst case complexity is log n plus 1. Getting. Okay, so this is binary search. Okay, so maybe in next lecture we'll start with hashing. Okay, so this is all about searching, linear searching and binary searching. Okay, let me just take the attendance sheet.